Hey, Brent here with Autosport Labs with another demo on the RaceCapture app V2 Beta. So in this video we're going to show you how to do some analysis using the new analysis capabilities of the app. And we're going to demo some data from the Ridge Motorsports Park, which we were at just last week. So in the new beta app, we have drastically, like head and shoulders above what we have before in the currently released app in terms of analysis capabilities. And we'll go ahead and show you a few items here that are interesting. And we'll also do some time gap analysis using the app. So the app capabilities in RaceCapture are specifically tuned for motorsport analysis. In other words, it's not just looking at data over time, or it's not a generic data viewer, but it is specifically designed for reviewing laps, and we have dedicated analysis tools for comparing laps against each other. So we'll show you how that works. So we have a session loaded here from the Ridge Motorsports Park with about 130 laps. It's quite a few laps. Another thing we improved in the app analysis is the ability to load hundreds of laps without any limitations, without any performance degradation. So we're going to go ahead and select a lap. Let's select lap 59, and here is a speed trace. We have a scatter plot that shows the X and Y accelerometer channels. And then we see the dot moving on the track correlated to the cursor position on the speed trace. Now if you scroll with the mouse wheel, or you can pinch and zoom if you're using a tablet, you can zoom in on the track and see the line driven on the track map. All of our official track maps are drawn down the center line of the track. So here you can see the actual line taken. Likewise, on the scatter plot or the traction circle, you can see where the current G-force readings are for that scatter plot, represented by this white dot. Now we can zoom in on this scatter plot by editing the x-axis, and since it looks like we're not hitting 3 Gs, we can change this to 1.5 Gs on both the x and the y-axis. By overriding the gauge settings. And now we're zoomed in. Cool. Okay, now what if we want to compare two laps? So here's lap 59, which is selected, and if we want lap 58, we just go and select that one as well. And now on each gauge that you see, each lap has its own color. So lap 58 is yellow, lap 59 is blue. And what you're able to see are the two speed traces. So here it looks like lap 58 is going a little deeper into this corner, but also losing more speed. And lap 59 is losing less speed and appeared to have braked less going into this corner. So we will see in a moment how that affected the lap time. And the way we can do that is by adding the time gap chart. So what we did was we split the view so we can add another row, and we're going to select the time gap chart. And now what we're looking at is the time gained or lost across the lap. So you can see the lap 58 is the reference lap, and that is a straight line across the screen. And lap 59 will vary based on how it's doing versus that reference lap. So at the very beginning of the lap 59's a little bit ahead of lap 58, and then it falls behind. Or it falls behind. And then as you go across the lap, you see that reference point here where we're talking about the braking zone. We could see that the time gain jumped dramatically. And in lap 58, or I should say lap 59, stays ahead for the remainder of the lap. Now what we can also do is let's add another gauge, and we're going to add a digital gauge, and the channel we're going to select is elapsed time. If we go back to the beginning of the lap, you can see the change in the lap time. The elapsed time is like a stopwatch across the lap. And you could see how towards the end of the lap, the yellow lap, the reference lap, falls behind. So this time gap view is really useful for identifying where a compared lap gains or loses lap time across the lap. With this view, you can resize the different sections so you can zoom in and see more detail as needed. Okay, there's one example of how you can use the new RaceCapture analysis tool with your data. You can get the RaceCapture V2 beta under Discord. The link is in the description. You can download this and play with your own data by importing the data into the RaceCapture app. And if you like this video and want to see more, do a like and subscribe, and we will post more videos in the near future. Okay, thanks for watching.